I am once again at the Chambers of Xeric in the middle of a grind that I started to get the last 2 uniques I needed, and in the last video I hit 2 major milestones. First, I passed the 500 KC mark, which is about half of the expected completions it'll take to finish the grind, and secondly, I checked off one of these 2 items when I got the Ancestral robe bottoms, completing the best set of magic armor in the game. Another big accomplishment from the last video is that I got the Kodai insignia, which is an attachment for the Master Wand to turn it into the Kodai wand, the best weapon in the game for casting ancient spells. When I got the insignia, I was in the middle of a UIM showdown competition, so I didn't have the time to go grind out the Master Wand, but now that that's over, I think now is a perfect time to take a small break from the Chambers of Xeric to get that done. But first, I am going to go ahead and craft some blood runes for GP. It's going to take a decent amount of runes to get a Master Wand, and I'll also want a good supply of shadow charges for when I get back to raids. Oh my god, you are kidding me. Well, that's yet another skilling pet to the collection. I guess I'll show this off here. This is like starting to get stupid. I literally have 2 skilling pets left for all skilling pets to be completed, and I have a duplicate rock golem too. Oh my god. This account is like stupid lucky with the dumbest shit. Alright, I think that's enough money for now. It won't take too much cash to get the Master Wand, but this is mainly for the shadow charges anyway. This is the Mage Training Arena, where I'm going to be stuck for a while. Most people do MTA to get the Bones to Peaches spell unlock, which is, something I've already done since it's a requirement for the Lumbridge Hard Diary. People will also do this to get pieces of the Infinity Robe set, mostly the Infinity Boots, since that's the only one that doesn't have a better alternative that you get from somewhere else. But I'm here for neither of those. I'm here for the Master Wand, which is actually the last in a line of upgrades you can buy with MTA points. You start with the Beginner Wand, and then you can upgrade to the Apprentice Wand, the Teacher Wand, and finally the Master Wand. And after that, I can attach the insignia to make the Kodai Wand. You get these points from 4 different mini-games in the arena, and I'm going to need 480 telekinetic points, 480 graveyard points, 4,800 enchantment points, and 530 alchemist points. I think the first one I'm going to do is the graveyard room. It's probably the most stressful one, since it's the one that you can actually take damage in, but I've been assured that dying here is a safe death, so I'm still safe to death bank. The method is pretty simple. You pick up these bones and then cast a transmutation spell like Bones to Bananas or Bones to Peaches, and then you deposit the fruit in the box here. Every 16 fruits gives you a point, and the thing that makes it tricky is that you're constantly taking small amounts of damage, so every so often you need to eat the fruit to heal up, but that means you don't get points for it. That's also why I'm wearing my hit points cape. It doubles my passive HP regen, so I don't need to eat up as often. Having Bones to Peaches already unlocked helps here, since the peaches heal 4 times as much as the bananas, but you don't want to be using that all the time since it takes twice as many runes to cast and doesn't give you any additional points. Alright, that is 480 points, only took a bit more than an hour on that one. I think the next one I'm going to do is the Alchemy Room. It's pretty simple. You just find the right item, alch it, and repeat. This gives you GP that you can deposit in the box, and every 100 GP you do, it gives you a point. Alright, that was not too bad at all. About a couple hours, maybe like 2.5, for the 530 points. I think for the next one, I'm going to go ahead and do the enchantment room, which should be the quickest and easiest. You literally just pick up these shapes lying around the room and you enchant them with the best enchantment spell you can use. I'm 99 magic, so I'm capable of using any of the enchantment spells, but I'm going to just use the Onyx one for this since the Zenyte one is way too expensive and it's just not worth it. There's also a rotating bonus shape where if you enchant that specific one, you get a couple bonus points per cast. Okay, so I've been doing this for a bit, and I realized that I'm actually not getting bonus points for enchanting the correct shape. So I looked it up to see if I'm understanding it wrong or something, but no, it is literally just bugged right now, and it has been for the past few months. It's not the biggest deal, it's just kind of annoying since it'll make the stream take like 20 or 30% longer. That said, it's already super fast, so it's not that much lost time. And that is the last of the enchantment points, 4,800 of them, quick and easy. This one's definitely the easiest. It was like less than like half an hour. And now for the one that I've been dreading, the telekinetic room. This one is the most notorious by far. It is way slower than all the others. You have to solve this maze by telegrabbing the golem to get it to move in a direction, and just move around the room telegrabbing it in different directions until it's at the end point. Every maze gives you 2 points, and every 5 mazes gives you an additional 8 bonus points. It's literally just going to be this, just running around and telegrabbing for the next like 3 or 4 hours of my life. All right, there we go. 480 telekinetic points, and that is the end of the MTA grind. Let's get our wands and attach the Kodai insignia. Cool, that is a Kodai wand on the UIM. Very awesome. Like I said, the Kodai wand is the best weapon in the game for casting ancient spells like Ice Barrage or Blood Barrage. It's one of the few items that can auto-cast ancients, like my Ancient Staff, but it outclasses the Ancient Staff in every way, so that's going to get alked now. The Kodai wand has plus 28 magic attack bonus and 15% magic damage bonus, compared to the staff, which has plus 15 magic attack bonus and no damage bonus. It also acts as a staff of water, giving you unlimited water runes, and it has a 15% chance of negating all your rune costs when you're casting offensive spells. So this thing's going to be really useful for some PBM activities later on in the account, like Tob and the Inferno. This is actually pretty neat. I'm basically done with MTA forever on this account. I have Bones to Peaches and the Master Wand, and I have pretty much no reason to go back for the Infinity Robes now that I have the Ancestral set. So I guess I never need to come back here again. But for now, I am excited to finally be getting back to the Chambers of Xeric. There is literally just one unique that I need now, so any raid could be the one. I've been thinking of what I want to do loadout-wise now that I have access to the full Ancestral set, and I think what I'm going to do is use the Ancestral Hat as my main head slot item and just keep the Serp Helm in depth storage. I only use melee for Tecton, the Guardians, and the melee hand, which is way less than I use magic for. This also has a side benefit where I'll be going through way fewer Zulrah scales, which is great. It takes so long to resupply on those. The downside is that I no longer have constant poison immunity, so I need to be really careful if I end up fighting the Shamans. Another downside is that I look incredibly stupid, like look at this idiot. One thing I wanted to show here, since I'm still surprised at how few people know about this, in the Custom Menu Swaps plugin under Inventory, there's an option for Swap Use, which is a hotkey that you can use to select Use on an item, similarly to how you can use Shift to drop items. I have mine set to Control, and one thing this makes incredibly easy is decanting potions. Anytime I want to use a potion, I Control click it. Anytime I want to drop a potion, I Shift click it, and obviously to sip a potion, I can just click it normally. So that way, when I'm preparing for a raid, or really any PVM that requires having several potions, I can do it all without right-clicking once. So with all that said, let's get back into the raids. God, having this full Ancestral set is so nice for this. Adding the hat and pants to my loadout gives me a 4% additional magic damage bonus, and I know that doesn't seem like a lot, especially considering it's additive and not multiplicative, but you gotta remember that the shadow triples that bonus. So my max hit here has gone up from 64 to 69, that is 5 max hits. And I did do the math on this, and it looks like going from 64 to 69 for the max hit increases my DPS by about 8%, purely off of max hits before even factoring in the accuracy bonuses, which those are tripled too. And that's on the combat style that I'm using for the vast majority of the raid. That is crazy. Okay, first raid of the grind is done. First impression. Surprisingly, the most important thing I have learned here has to do with my run energy of all things. I knew that the Ancestral pants weigh less than the Aram skirt, but I didn't realize just how much of a difference it is. This thing weighs over 9 kilograms less, and that is pretty dramatically impacting my run energy used at Ulm. I think I'm just gonna start bringing a single stam into the raid and then use that to get through Ulm. That means I have an extra inventory space now, so I don't have to get rid of the Serp Helm after all. That is a really surprising development.
Do your title markers say LOL? It almost looks like you tried to spell that out.
No, that's just the yeah,
It
yeah.
almost looks like that.
Ooh, that was fast. Hey, PB 2339. Nice. Oh, back-to-back PBs. That is good. No purple. 2248. Nice. Ooh, purple. Ooh, okay. Ooh, awesome. First purple of the video. That was also with a death in the last room before Ulm. It wasn't a death at Ulm. A death at Ulm, like, really sucks for the points, but a death, like, in the last room is, like, you know, it's the worst it can be without it being at Ulm, but whatever. In any case, this is going to be a prayer scroll anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yep, Arcane. Starting off the video with an Arcane. We started off last video with an Arcane too, if I remember right. 5 mil for the main.
Like, oh yeah, he is simply stuck in the glory hole. Don't worry about it.
I don't think that's how glory holes work.
I think that's quitter talk.
Me going to the glory hole talking about quitter talk? Okay. You better not get a tbow on this one. I'd be really mad if you got a twisted bow.
You know what?
I mean, so, okay, so A, like, not everything is recorded at all times, right? Like, oh god.
Beep boop.
Please don't flame wall. God fucking damn it!
I don't know why you said that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Alright, it has been a bit since I've recorded, but now I think I'm gonna make another change to my loadout here. I've noticed that I've been having to drop potions in the raid before getting to prep, which is good. It means that I'm not taking much damage and having to heal through it. But that does mean some of my inventory is being wasted right now, so I think what I'm gonna do is start bringing the fighter torso. I debated between this and the Missouri mask, and I did run the DPS calcs, and it looks like the DPS increases are roughly in the same ballpark between the two, but I'm using melee for a lot more than range throughout the raid, so torso it is. Oh my god. Onyx number 3, they're rolling in. Oh my god. This is so stupid. One thing I haven't really mentioned much on this grind is the Vespula room, and that's for a couple reasons. First is that I don't get to do it that often. It kind of requires a certain raid layout for it to be viable for me, and the second is that I'm still sort of figuring it out. Vespula is really weird because the quote-unquote correct way to do it is a bit of an exploit of how the prayer enhance works. Vespula hits really low damage but very rapidly, so it can consistently trigger redemption. And if you have a prayer enhance active, you can trigger redemption, and then in a few seconds you'll gain a prayer point back, which you can use to trigger redemption again. This room is theoretically extremely good with my setup for mage, since I have near max mage with a tunic and shadow, but I'm still sort of trying to figure out how best to do it efficiently and without dying. Hello, this is the next clip in the video, and you may be wondering why it's a spreadsheet. Something I mentioned back at the start of this grind a couple of videos ago is that outside of the uniques, the most important thing I'm going to be getting from the Chambers of Xeric is bagged Herblore XP. I made this spreadsheet to track how much Herblore XP I have bagged and how close that gets me to 99, and if you check out this bit at the bottom, once I put in this drop of dwarf weeds I just got, it's going to put this number over 50%. So I now have half of the way from where I'm at now to 99 currently bagged, and that puts me at 96 Herblore. So if I were to keep going at this grind for long enough to double everything I have in my bag and death storage, which should happen unless I get extremely lucky on the tbow, that should be 99 Herblore ready to go. Well, I forgot to record this as it was happening, but take a look at that. 600 KC at the Chambers of Xeric. That is another 100 KC milestone done, just 4 more of those until I hit the drop rate for the tbow. Whew, that's fast. Sub 22 PB. Easy PB, actually. Wow. Ooh. All right. 2146. Sub 22 for the first time. PB. Cool. PB's getting good. It is, it's getting real good. All right, that is going to be 60 raids without a unique. That sucks. That's 2 full purple drop rates because it's like 1 in 30 to get a purple in a solo, typical raid. So yeah, we should have gotten 2 purples since the last purple. Irrit Leaves is good though. That's good XP, and Dragon Arrows would be good for the eventual tbow. I am gonna be right back because I just got an item in RuneScape and I'm about to see what it is. Alright, apparently all I had to do was complain about going double the drop rate without a purple. Let's see what it is. I'm very excited because it's been like 61 or 62 raids without a purple. Alright, let's see what it is. Let's see our prayer scroll. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, I still have the fucking inventory tag from my main, because I have a tbow on my main. Holy shit. No way, dude. Oh my god. What the fuck? I don't know what to fucking say, man. Oh, it's real. This fucking account is so good. Hi, this is VoiceOver Derek. I know Recording Derek is still processing what just happened, so I'm gonna take a moment to talk about what's going on here. I have been hyping up the Twisted Bow for the last few videos now, so what is the big deal with this thing? Well, from the stats alone, you actually wouldn't know. In a vacuum, the stats on this thing aren't even as good as the Bow of Ferdinand, but the thing that makes this the best weapon in the game is the passive effect on it. Its accuracy and damage both scale with the target's magic level, up to a cap of 40% added accuracy and 150% added damage. And guess what targets tend to have a very high magic level? Basically every boss in the game. This thing shreds bosses. It can hit 90s. That is ridiculous. Oh my god, I am still processing this, man. Let me get my full Masori out, my whole range setup, just so I can go ahead and equip all of this. Oh my god. This fucking rules, man. Oh my god. It still has not registered. What am I looking at, man? On my UIM. Okay, I know I've been saying over and over that the tbow is the last thing I needed from the Chambers of Xeric, but I can't just end this grind without doing a raid with the tbow, so we are gonna see how hard this thing hits for real. This is gonna be my new weapon for head phase, where I'll get an additional 23% DPS over the Dragon Hunter crossbow. It is also my new best weapon for the big Mudadile with a 20% DPS improvement, so this thing basically replaces both the DHCB and the blowpipe, which lets me bring a Masori mask for even more DPS. I'm also bagging the noted potions and storing the con cape in the POH, so I can just go like all in on this run as a speed run and maybe go for that master time. All right, I have made it pretty quickly through everything up to Mudadiles. This is the last combat room, and I also have 5 brews here. I'm basically gonna try and force a no prep here, so we'll see how this ends up going. I'm not gonna overload for big mud just so that I can have more brews. I imagine I'll be perfectly fine for supplies for a no prep, so this should theoretically be very, very fast. We'll see how it goes, and I'm also very excited to see what happens at Big Mudadile now that I'll have the tbow ready to go. All right, tbow, go. $65 already. 57. I didn't get it stuck, but that's fine. Like, this should still be extremely fast. 63. Oh my god. 52. It's just shredding it. Okay, yeah. tbow, pretty good. If I get really lucky, this could beat the master time, actually. That would be, like, that's sort of my goal right now, is just sort of on a one-off raid beating the master time. Hopefully I don't get just entirely screwed over on pre-head phase, but we'll see. Because that could just be what ruins this if I just get really bad RNG, but I did hit that first hammer, which is a good sign. Here we go. 70 on a normal hit. Like, wow. 80. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, this is the same attack speed. 72. Oh my god, it's already over. Okay, that's the master time right there. Wow, that was fast. Sub 20. Oh my god. Sub 21 is the master speed time. Wow. Okay, and I got sub 20 on that. That's awesome. What is the? I want to see what the Grandmaster time is. Whoops, that's the collection log. I want to see what the actual Grandmaster time is for solo speedrunner is 17 minutes. So like, yeah, if the stars align and I do everything perfectly, then like I probably could get this at that point, like at this point with the gear I have, but I'm still very, very happy with a sub 20 getting the master time. So yeah, very, very cool. Well, this pretty much finishes a big chapter in my UIM's life right here. I now have the best weapon in the game. I've been building up to this moment for quite literally years. This account is getting really, really good, but I am nowhere near done yet, and I already have my next major goal decided.